Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday episode of Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. Our producer is Nick Steffens. Our publisher is Matt Bryant, and we're part of the Southeast Iowa Union. We have a full studio today. We have our producer, Nick. We have co-host Diana Rich, and we have Julie Mangold. Hi, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Real quick, some business. If you have a birthday to shout out, please put that in the chat or email washialive@gmail.com. And so we're going to do things a little bit different today. We're first going to talk with Julie about an event that's coming up. That'll be our first segment. After that, we'll go to break, and then we'll start how we normally start at the beginning with some weather, police report. We have a bunch of topics to talk about, and based off the banter in the studio pre-show, it could go a lot of different ways. So we'll look forward to that. How's everyone doing today?
Great. Awesome.
Well, Julie beat us here. She is prepared to talk about an upcoming event.
Yes, I am.
Let's move your mic just a touch closer, just in case. And tell us about what is going on.
This a week from tomorrow, actually, the Washington Daughters of the American Revolution, which I'm a member of, is having an event in around the square called Junk in the Trunk.
Junk in the Trunk.
And basically what it is a garage sale that an individual can purchase either one or two, or if they want more, they can get more. But if they want one parking space or two parking spaces, it's $35 for one and $50 for two.
Okay.
And then they can set up their garage sale there. They don't have to have it in the trunk of their car or whatever. They
but
can.
That's the title and
that is an option. But they can set up tables in their space or a tent or whatever they want. The only restriction is that they stay within their allotted space and that they don't go into the grass of the park, because the city doesn't like that.
I suppose not. Do you have a punisher there if people step out of their boundaries?
Well, no, I'm sorry, we don't. But we will be around the park side of the square. In other words, the grass side.
So this is Saturday the 24th.
The 24th.
Junk in the Trunk. So it's a garage sale out of your trunk that people can either show up and shop, or you can bring your trunk.
You can, yes, but if you want a space, you need to do it ahead of time. You need to reserve your space ahead of time.
And we often put things in the chat, like a link or a Facebook. If people want to have a space, how can we connect them? All right. So you talk to Julie.
So I will have to give you my phone number, my cell phone number, which is 319-461-1125.
Well, I think that's the way to do it. Instead of putting that in the chat, we'll just say it out loud. 461-1125.
Or they can email me.
And what's your email address?
My email is ANN, as in no. So ANNRIETZ @iCloud.com. It's my middle name and my maiden name, okay? Everybody is like...
But luckily, there's a rewind button on the Wash Live, so if you need to click the rewind 30 seconds, you can listen to that twice.
My biggest problem is I don't generally answer phone calls that I don't recognize the number or name doesn't come up with.
So you'll have no trouble.
So I'm having to answer all of my phone calls.
Could they text you also, or would you
Sure, they can text me.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And what were the hours of the
The hours are 8 to 2.
8 to 2. Awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
And we have a couple of restrictions: no animals, no alcohol, and no guns. Okay.
Those are fine restrictions. Have you had a problem with
No, we want to make clear that they can't do that.
Bring them or sell them, or both.
Or sell. They can bring their dogs. I mean, you go to a flea market and there's always a lot of dogs.
But no selling of those things.
Right,
Okay.
and it will be rain or shine. However, if it pours and we have to shut down, then we will make some accommodations to the people who bring their things in. But this is we've heard complaints from people that live in the country like myself. If you have a garage sale, and I'm lucky because I'm on Highway 92, so there's a lot of people that go by. But if you live in the country and you want to have a garage sale, most people won't drive out into 4, 5, 6 miles out in the country.
So this is a great opportunity.
It's a great opportunity for our rural residents to have a garage sale.
Awesome.
How many years have you done?
This is the second year for it.
And was it good first year?
Yeah.
You're doing it again? That's great.
Yes, and there will be 2 food vendors there. So, they can get something to eat when they come in.
And it's a full day, so early bird, medium,
8 to
morning
2.
bird, late bird,
Yeah.
you can do
8 to
anything.
2.
Yeah.
So maybe if you wait until 1, you can come in and get bargains, People
Oh,
don't
sure.
want to haul the stuff back home, but
Diana, are you an experienced garage seller? Have you done this?
I grew up garage sailing. I have lots of memories garage sailing. There was a period of my life where I didn't want to be seen at a garage sale because I was so embarrassed, but I've come back around to it, and I love to find myself a good bargain, especially with like kids' clothes and stuff like that. So
It's kind of a win-win, it's like, it reminds me of the Trash and Treasure from the radio.
Yeah. It's kind of like a game. It's like, what price can I get? What can I find? So
Will you be there? Will you have a booth?
actually, that's the Baylor game at Ames, and since we have season tickets, we are going to the game. So
get your
I
call into
personally
Julie
won't
ahead.
be there, but my co-chairman Marge Linz will be there.
Yes,
and
well, hi to
she'll have
Marge.
everything under control for sure.
Well, we almost had Marge here today, but we have a full studio, and so Julie is the spokeswoman
But I
today.
do want to stress that if you would like a space, to call ahead of time and reserve it. And
461-1125.
yes,
good memory.
and generally we like the money before you have your space. In other words, we like them to pay ahead, and they can do my PayPal, or they can send me a check, or I guess they could give me a check or Marge a check that day, but we
But you
prefer
generally like
it
to get
be
it all
ahead.
lined up.
Yeah, we
And
like to get ahead.
For people to know, this is a fundraiser for
The log cabin, the Daughters of American Revolution, or DAR as we say.
not DAR, DAR.
DAR.
Daughters of the American Revolution.
Owns the log cabin in Sunset Park and maintains it and so forth. And we're probably looking at a new roof.
I remember you discussing
Yes.
this, which is important
Yes.
part of
Right.
the
And
cabin.
so we are, all the money will go towards that, and our scholarship that we give every year. We give a Good Citizen Scholarship
Good Citizen Scholarship.
to a
Well,
high school senior.
to a high school senior. Well, there you have it. The Junk in the Trunk event on Saturday the 24th from 8 to 2. And then you can contact Julie. There's an email address. If you rewind, there's a phone number we've given out. We're going to go to break, Washington Live. Thank you, Diana, for co-hosting today.
absolutely.
Thank you, Julie, for joining us.
Thank you, Jaron.
Absolutely. Stick around after the break. We'll pick up where we left off and do our regular show.
When I did this at KCI.
At Ace, we're eager to assist you with all your shopping needs. Whether that be finally painting that room, getting ready for the next hunting season, or upgrading your bathroom. Whatever it may be, we'll make sure you get what you need.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. Not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for Dance and Tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
Hey, Vina. How do you make holy water?
I don't know.
You boil the hell out of it.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. I'm in the studio today with Nick and with Diana. Diana and I are co-hosting, bantering with Nick. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So let's start with the local weather right now. If you're watching, it's 71 degrees and sunny. So lovely day. Local events. We've mentioned one, the junk in the trunk. Mention the other thing that you might do this weekend on Saturday.
Yeah, I've seen signs up and around, and I've also seen it on Facebook, and I wasn't sure kind of how my weekend was going to shake out, but I saw that the hospice is having their Memorial Fun Run 5K tomorrow morning. The run starts at 9, and I think if you haven't registered already, you can register at 8 a.m., and they meet at Sunset Park, I think, down by the rocket slide.
Yep, that's what I had in my notes when we mentioned on Wednesday. So Sunset Park, 5K, and it's a walk or run, right? You can.
Yeah, I'll probably do maybe a mixture. I'm not really in running shape right now, but see what happens.
Well, that is good to know. I like the idea of running. I've been working out. I've been getting my routine better, but it's a little intimidating.
I don't like the idea of running.
Well, we did decide we're going to make fun of Nick as much as possible today because Diana and I are classmates. I was team being not 22 on our last show, but so you're not doing physically active things?
I'm trying, man. I'm trying hard, but just.
What are you doing? What's happening?
Nothing. That's what I'm doing.
You're trying not to do anything?
I want to do something, and I just get home, and I'm just like,
Would you like fun things? So Diana mentioned that you do the boot camp in the morning, which is the 5:15. I'm doing the 8:15 because I am. Pickleball.
Yes.
Oh, well, see, and on the weekends, my girlfriend and I play tennis. Like I guess that's a physical activity. But I used to box. I should do that more often again. Like there's things I could be doing.
I can picture you playing tennis. I can't quite picture you boxing.
You can picture me.
Tennis, I see.
Tennis, yeah.
Boxing,
that's
I pause.
100% fair.
Do you wear like a sweatband when you play tennis
and I
to
have
keep your hair out of your eyes?
I have like this. No, I don't.
It's a vibe.
I do actually I need to get a headband though. That is a good point.
Well, we're going to try to focus. We probably won't succeed completely. Let's do our police report, shall we?
We shall.
Do you have that in front of you as well?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you give the stats and I'll give the highlights.
All right. Looks like the police report, we had 16 traffic calls, 5 for public service, 5 animal calls, 4 welfare checks, 3 calls for suspicious activity, 3 sex offender checks, 3 warrant checks, or I guess I don't know if that's a check, 3 warrants, 2 family offenses, and yeah, the list kind of goes on. 58 total.
Singles and the usual. So thanks, Nick, for pulling some highlights. We have one about an alarm going off at the bank, the southeast door and lobby motion detector. 111, 108 responded, everything was fine, a new employee set off the alarm.
All
That's the
right.
second time that's happened this week. Different bank, but second time it's happened. I think it was on, Monday's show, it happened in Kelowna.
Thank you for keeping track.
Well, hopefully they were on time to work.
Yeah, maybe that was so early that the alarm was still set. We had a caller that advised they needed a welfare check on a male subject that's screaming and yelling at subjects and beating a tree with a bat. 9211 responded, 9216 responded, and advised there are no issues.
I think there were some issues.
I think there are some issues too, but maybe they're just playing.
Yeah.
It's fine. Our next call was a subject jumping in front of her car, and she almost hit him. She also stated that he is running in the middle of the street, screaming. Subject was wearing a green fleece hoodie, dark pants, and a baseball cap. 108, 111, unable to locate. I did see this yesterday. I was responding to a medical call. We were crossing the street, and there was an individual on, basically right in front of Jersey Mike's, walking a straight line down the double yellow path, so aggressively, but did not seem to be drunk, intoxicated, wavering, just straight down the line.
Wow.
Is
it in the night?
It was in the middle of the day.
Okay.
And Bruce and I commented we don't seem to have a public intox here, but it's basically like the double bird to society. There's sidewalks on both sides of the street.
Right.
I was kind of baffled.
Did you call it in?
I did not call it in. We just thought, oh, that's right. See something, say something.
Yeah. Come on.
That's more like vandalism.
That's some guy walked down the street.
All right, we have a couple more before we go into whatever we're going to do next. We have a call report, subject trespassing inside doing his laundry, unable to locate. Okay. We had a 2-car accident on Highway 92 and 218.
Yeah.
Rescue was disregarded. 1 subject transported. I think everyone's okay there.
Yeah, so I saw that when I was leaving from work, since I live in Mount Pleasant, and I wanted to put this in the report because some guy hopped out and he started directing traffic. So if this random guy is watching, I
So that was
applaud
at
him.
4:34.
I think that's when they added it to the log. I think it happened a little earlier than that. So I leave here like a little after 4.
Oh, okay, so
but
you
still,
want-
some guy hopped out, started directing traffic. So
I was just trying to figure out if you're leaving work on time or leaving work
I
early.
am.
Yeah, Jaron's keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, watch it out.
Don't worry.
And then finally, we had a last mention of reports being at the police department wants to speak with an officer about barking dogs and the dogs coming after him. 101 responded to the area. They were unable to locate the dogs. So we do have lots of animal issues
Yeah.
for your friends that are watching in the
Yes.
other cities.
Yes.
Keeping tabs on our Washington activity.
Oh, yeah.
What else do we have?
Well, I guess first thing I'd like to kind of bring up is I'm a little salty that Jaron and Nick both wore flamingo button-downs today. And if I would have known, I would have worn mine.
We did mention, we ran into each other at the coffee shop and said, I almost texted to ask what you're wearing. And you're like, I almost texted to ask what you were wearing, but we didn't want to make, be vain and make a big deal out
And
of
then
it.
I showed up and I was like, Nick, do you have flamingos on your shirt? Oh, Jaron, you do too.
It's a fun coincidence. This has happened
So
with
maybe we
Maroon.
should text about what we're wearing now, because this is the second time we've matched. One episode we both had burgundy or maroon shirts on.
Well, I don't know if the viewers can see like the close little
Yeah, I guess
flamingos,
yours
but I
is
do
a
like
little
this shirt.
Yeah, I do too. I don't have anything with flamingos on it, so.
Well, we were also talking about what struggles we have that are not real struggles. Yours would be your sunglass fetish,
Oh, yeah, right. Trying to decide which sunglasses to wear.
and I lose them. Mine, like I've been using pre-workout, and like I spilt it all over my vehicle, which is like nice, and then I'm like annoyed, and I realize, like if this is really the problem of the day, it's not the biggest problem.
For sure.
Oh, I remember what made me think of this. I definitely had this dry cleaned and ironed. I haven't been ironing in years.
Did this one turn on?
Dude, you probably don't. You talked about you have never dry
I've
cleaned before?
I have several things that need to be taken to the dry cleaner. I've never used a dry cleaner. I've seen it in like shows and
So he
movies.
doesn't know how to use a dry cleaning
So I don't know
service.
like what's the process here?
Oh, it's like the best service ever because you don't have to wash
just-
or do your clothes.
I just give someone my clothes and then I come and
They
pick
give
them up
you a
later?
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little receipt. You can go to, in Washington, either Hy-Vee or Fairway, and you just...
Oh really? What?
You have
Well, it goes off-site. There used to
Okay.
be cleaners in town, but
Yeah.
now it's like subcontracted.
Okay.
So you can go to, is there any other places?
Well, I think they subcontracted down to like iris
you
cleaners
live.
and Mount
I'm
Pleasant.
pretty sure it's like 2 blocks away from my house.
Yeah, no,
All
you
right.
need to look into that because
Because I have like a suit jacket, I have like sweaters that need.
yeah, I like to do it for like dress it, like if I go to a wedding, like a
I have a few
dress or
dresses
like
I
my
do,
husband's dress shirts that he wears on occasion. But not, I don't do it often.
Yeah, that is primarily the case for me, too. I'm not doing
Coats,
like jeans and
comforters,
other
yeah.
things, but dress shirts, collared shirts, things that require
I don't
ironing.
trust it, giving some random person my clothes.
They give you a receipt, Nick, and it's an established business. If they had a habit of losing or stealing your clothes, they would probably not continue.
I don't know.
Service oriented business. Yeah.
You'll be all right. Shall we talk about something before we go to break, or shall we go to break?
I
Where
think
are
we should
at?
talk about something before we go break. Real
Okay,
quick.
so we have 4 topics. We can talk about chess. We can talk about penguins that have a foot thing. We also have bees, and we have popcorn. Those are our 4 fun topics. Do we want to start with, let's start with the penguin, because it's a light one.
Yeah.
Can you read this article yet?
No, but I looked at the picture. It was cute.
So we'll show that in a second. This is in San Diego. A member of the San Diego Zoo's African penguin colony has been fitted with orthopedic footwear to help it deal with a degenerative foot condition. This 4-year-old penguin named Lucas, are we showing the penguin?
We just, yep.
Did we see the feet?
I think, although we see his little flippers, or so is it the one that's covering them, or?
I think there was another picture that we needed to pull, but nonetheless, this bumblefoot can lead to sepsis and death by infection. The zoo's wildlife care specialists turned to this organization called Therapaw, which I thought was kind of fun,
Wait.
which creates rehabilitative and assistive products for animals with special needs. Therapaw created custom shoes made of neoprene and rubber. I thought those were the same thing. To prevent pressure sores from developing when Lucas stands and walks. The penguin's problems began 3 years ago. African penguins have suffered a massive population decline and are listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature.
Where did you find this article at?
I was thinking of topics and I just Googled weird news. And HuffPost had about 4 things, so credit to Huffington Post for
Okay.
this weird news, which is kind of news. It's neat.
Yeah.
It makes me think of MD Orthopedics and all of their stuff.
Yeah, I thought of that too. And, it always just blows my mind. Like everything that happens in the world, like someone has a job related to, all of these different things that we consume or buy. And it's like, who knew, like, there's a company that creates custom shoes for for penguins. I mean, how do you get into that? How do you get into that business?
Therapy. And you've had it, like, let's talk about your career for a second, because I remember, let's see, were you in Coralville doing plastics?
I worked at Civco Medical Solutions.
Civco Medical Solutions.
Yep.
And then was it the UP home?
Yep. Then I came back to Washington.
Great interview with Aaron, by the way. I texted you this, but I cheesed out like 4 times on, mostly when we make fun of Nick. But
yeah, we had a good time. I have a good relationship with Aaron, and it's always fun to talk about the UP home and all the stuff they've got going on there.
And then now you have a little flexible schedule. What are you doing now?
Yeah, now I work for Breakthrough Basketball. I do marketing for them from my home. And Breakthrough Basketball has basketball camps nationwide. So this last year, I think we had 340 basketball camps in 46 states, and then a couple in Canada. And then we also just sell basketball products to coaches and players.
Dexter and Dalton, are they in some of these camps too? Or do we have Iowa events?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So had one in Washington, Kelowna, Cedar Rapids. There's several in Iowa. Yeah.
We can plug that, I think. We should put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Because last time you focused on Aaron, and now we can stick that out.
Yeah, so I've been doing that for the last year or so. So, yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Different job than the Therapa folks.
A little different.
But you make a great point. There's kind of my friend Rick used to say there's a lid for every pot. So there's like a fit for everything.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Well, stick around after the break. We'll pick up where we left off with either the bees or the popcorn or the chess. Hang around after the break and find out on this episode, the Fun Friday of Washington Live. We'll see you in a minute.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
For many, farmland holds more than financial value. It holds emotional value. Whether your farm has been in your family for generations or it's an investment, we recognize the importance of your relationship with your land. At Hertz Farm Management, we have been serving landowners in Iowa for over 75 years. At Hertz, we bring a personal and knowledgeable approach to helping customers manage, buy, sell, or appraise farms. We invite you to visit our Washington office and partner with someone you can trust.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron. I'm joined by Nick and Diana. Our topic will be popcorn, we've decided. Lots to cover. Let's see. So it came from an article that talked about microwave popcorn being bad for you because of additives. We had a lot of good conversation over the commercial break. Let's kind of pick up where that was.
Well, there was a lot that we talked about over the.
Where should we start?
Well, the first thing that came to mind is, are either of you guys Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts? Did you grow up selling popcorn, like going door to door with your wagon and the tins?
I was a Cub Scout inside to do the popcorn.
Yeah,
thing.
and I was 4-H FFA, so
Okay.
not with the popcorn.
So were you like a Cub Scout that was like meeting goals, like you set high goals and you were like just throwing popcorn at people? No?
Because they had to do that, and they had to you also do sales if you're in athletics, and I was always so bad at it because it's like
at athletics or at the
that too, yeah. That was a good one.
That was a stinger. Yeah,
It was
I'm
like
sorry.
you go door to door and try to sell to old people, like I couldn't. I'm not a salesman. I couldn't go to just random people and do it like other people could.
Yeah.
Did you have focus areas though? Did you do a badge or are there badges, right?
Yeah,
And a
I don't.
sash?
I remember. The only badge I remember getting was I got one for bowling, and it was on Wii Bowling.
All right.
Wow.
That's the one memory. I had to catch a chicken too. I don't know if that
You're showing your age again because
Yeah.
we bowling was not a badge that we could have earned back.
And then-
Well, it
Nintendo
was my
for us.
bowling badge. It was my bowling badge that I just learned. I got it.
So do you know what an Atari and a Nintendo are?
I had a what Atari did I have?
Like a technology history class.
I had an Atari growing up. I can't remember which one though. I did. No, I
Did you eat popcorn while you played Nintendo?
I did. Yeah, let's circle back to I had a Sega Genesis. That's what I had.
Sega
Oh,
Genesis.
Sega.
Well, I was thinking too. You mentioned COVID or like Wii bowling. It was a different type of badge, but a different way to do popcorn. Why do you mention the theater thing?
Yeah.
How it
So
changed how we eat popcorn.
yeah, when like during COVID and we were trying to support local business. I mean, like Nick said, I could have probably gone and bought movie theater popcorn whenever I wanted, but during COVID, like we would get movie theater popcorn on the weekends. I'd go get like a couple tubs of buttery popcorn and buckle them into my front seat and take them home, keep them safe, and yeah, so good, so unhealthy. I don't even know. I don't even want to know.
Well, I thought of a good vein too. So we also have a shout out to make for eating. What's the exact title?
Eating good kettle corn.
Which is your other favorite?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite popcorn to eat these days. Eating good kettle corn, and they're straight up kettle corn. They have other kinds like caramel corn, and I don't know what else they have, but
We can also make this interactive. So if you're watching us banter about this popcorn thing, let's list off the ways that you can make popcorn. We'll see what we miss, and they can put it in the chat because I already have like 5 coming to mind.
5 ways.
ways that you can make it.
Ways. So obviously there's microwave.
Okay.
There's the air one. Remember, like where they're like you pour it in the metal thing and then like spins around
Yep.
and it like shoots it out.
Yep. Air popcorn.
When I grew up, I remember there's the metal, like the one with the bowl on top and the
yeah.
metal spinner that spins around on like a hot thing, and then you like flip it. Am I
Yep.
making
Yeah.
sense?
No, yeah.
All right. So there's that one. I mentioned like with my grandma, there's the metal. I don't remember what it's called exactly now, but you do it on the stovetop, metal with a little spinner too.
Okay.
And I
I've seen
really
that
should
kind.
remember what it's called. Maybe I'll Google it. What else am I missing?
That's it. For,
I think you can make it over a campfire, right?
I mean, yeah, if you
Yeah.
just
And then
cook corn.
I've my kids have gotten this from I think their 4-H before, but you can put the corn kernel that grows popcorn seeds. You can take the whole cob and put it in a brown paper bag, and you can put it in the microwave, and it pops popcorn in the brown paper bag.
And does it stay on the cob?
No, it pops off, and then you have the cob, and you throw it away. And it's actually really good.
In this article talking about microwave popcorn, they do mention that you can do this paper bag thing. So I think you could also do it with loose kernels in the paper bag.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with big popcorn.
Oh yeah, the butter thing? Is that
Yeah,
right?
so you go to the store and they have like light butter, normal, and they have like extreme butter and butter lover. I
it
just
the
want to know how much.
same
I just want. Yeah, and I just want to know how much butter is on my popcorn. Well, I don't know what's. It
you-
could it just be like a light, heavy, medium. Why does it have to be?
Do you ever read the back?
What's on the back?
Well, the ingredients in the order of quantity. So you
Oh, that's quantity on there. I guess I could look for like.
well, it's
fat
listed in
content.
the order of like the most to the least on,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
on the ingredient
Ingredients,
list below
yeah.
the nutrition
I
facts.
could, but I shouldn't have to do that. I
Which
should
is
just know
problem
how much
solving.
butter's on my popcorn from looking at the package. That's
I think you should buy
on
them
the back of the
both,
package.
and I think you should have some kind of like
Blind
little test. Yeah.
Because like they have a photo of it, but it's just orange. It just looks like orange popcorn. It's just so much butter.
Just a
on it.
marketing scheme.
It is.
That color cannot be normal.
No, it's not.
Ooh, that is. There are different fats that you can use because Stringtown has great popcorn. So if you're buying popcorn,
Yes.
yeah, Stringtown Grocery. I doubt they're watching because they're Amish.
But shout out nonetheless.
I actually need to go there. That's where I do bulk herbs and spices.
Yeah, I
Do you
love
have a
going there.
Stringtown purchase you make?
I want to go there and check out their mums. I've heard they're like $9.99. So
And they're probably very large.
yeah. So
Do you know what we're speaking
No,
of?
I have no idea.
This is an Amish grocery store right outside Kelowna, and it's like
Oh.
a bulk.
Was that Kelowna? Oh, I probably went to this. I had played baseball tournaments up there when I was growing up. I think we might have stopped there.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
I was in like full baseball uniforms. I got a lot of stairs. I remember that. It was traumatic.
it's a neat stop.
fair enough. Is there anything we're missing before we do our birthday game and birthday?
We have
So what's your favorite kind of popcorn? I told you what mine was.
So, let's see here. I do. So that's where they talk about it being healthy when you make it yourself. But like, I still like butter and salt on the popcorn.
Yeah.
And I do get a little nerdy where there's like popcorn salt is like a finer grain. So I have nerded out to make popcorn on the stovetop and then melt the butter and clarify it, and then take the salt in the mortar and pestle and like take actual kosher salt and then grind it so it's a little bit fine, and then do the clarified butter with like the fine salt and shake it and just kind of nerd out and try to make the best popcorn ever.
That sounds good.
It was a
I feel
little-
like maybe you should have movie night at JP's, like on your big screen, and serve that.
And just go to town. Yeah.
I
Okay.
do have one more thing with popcorn.
all
Are
right.
you guys like a one piece of popcorn a piece, or are you like the handful down the
Great
gullet?
question. It kind of goes
Be
to
honest.
both. Would you like to answer first?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's eaten any meal with me knows that, like, I'm just like full on shoving popcorn in my face, and it's all over the ground. So,
And I get there eventually. I try to start moderate, but then it like increases, and then I try to slow it down, and then it's kind of a bit of a
Tilt the bag back and shaking
little bit of a roller coaster.
not to sit and stew on popcorn, but yeah, one more thought. Do you guys put M&Ms in your popcorn? How do you feel about M&Ms in your popcorn?
It's
That's
not.
a sore subject for me.
Oh, why is it a source of it?
Ex-girlfriend and everything. A lot of arguments with that. It was tumultuous.
Well, let's not go to that trauma.
Yeah.
Let's not bring that up.
It's not a habit that I have, but I've experienced it and very much so enjoyed it. I think at the movie theater when someone mixed it in.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly against it, but if it's warm popcorn and then the chuck and then the
Little
M&Ms
melty.
start getting melted, it's a good
There's a
experience.
combination of savory and
Yeah.
a sweet salty. Yeah, that is good. All right, so who
Now
do
I'm
you think-
hungry.
I can help with that. Actually, I do have to go to work. I had to work really hard yesterday. It was like an 11-hour day because I've had employee shortages and Brandy wasn't feeling well. Just
Quote of the day. I had to work really hard yesterday.
it was. Today's looking better though. Where I got all distracted.
We should probably
Birthday
wrap
show?
things up.
Oh, birthday game. So, do we have bets? Are we we are competitive,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but I'm also pretty bad at this.
So am I. I'm really bad.
So, but no holds barred. We're going to play the birthday game. If you have a birthday to mention, if you have an anniversary or local event, like Julie did, we mentioned that. She totally invited herself on the show. Ran into her at the restaurant. She said, I want to come on and tell about the junk in the trunk. So that works. We want to tailor to you. I know today's been a bit of a weird day, but thank you for watching. What do we? Oh, birthday shout-outs on my friend list includes Julie Gens, Gage Redlinger, Sally Beasley, and Jackie Knupp. All have birthdays.
All right, and I want to give a shout out to my mother-in-law, Jackie Rich. She's celebrating a birthday today, too.
Oh, she was not
Yeah.
on my Facebook list.
Well,
but
there you go.
happy birthday to all of you. And we have 5 celebrity birthdays. Let's kick it off and close out our show.
All right. So first up, we have Nick Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. Had to sneak in that Gen Z celebrity.
Thank you, Nick. Great. Hey, you are also Nick. Yeah. Would you like to go first?
I usually just like to go off of other people's guesses, but I won't cheat today, and I'll go first.
Okay. We can trade back and
Okay, 29.
I will do 32.
You guys are both right. He is 30.
All right. We're off to a good start.
I was going to guess 32, actually.
And then, well, I was doing the 3-year. I don't know. We have a strategy, don't we?
Yeah.
So I'll go first on our next one. Who
Okay.
do we have?
Alexis, let me find her. Alexis Bledel from Gilmore Girls, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. That's right.
Handsmaid?
She's the one without the eye.
I've never
I
seen the
have
show.
no idea.
Have you seen Handmaid's Tale?
No.
It's a weird one, but
Okay.
it's like post-apocalyptic, like women in servitude being used to breed. It's anyway.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Also,
it's
Gilmore
dark.
Girls. a little more lighthearted.
All right, I'm just trying to stall. I'm gonna go with 37.
Really? 42.
She is 41.
Son of a gun.
Pulls ahead.
No point for me. All right, who do we have next?
Next up, we have Amy Poehler from a bunch of NBC shows.
Yeah,
Kind of carried NBC
I enjoy.
in the 2000s.
I enjoy her things. Parks
Yeah.
and Rec. There's some good quotes.
All right, let's go 44. I really have no clue.
I will do 45 then.
She is actually 51. So
Oh my gosh.
No points on that one.
Doing well.
She is looking good.
This is not looking good for me. We have a few more though. Who's next?
I don't know how famous this person is. I recognized it. Mark Anthony, the
Yeah.
world's #1 salsa musician. I think he does movies too. But that was what his tagline was.
All right. Am I up or are you
You're
up?
up.
Oh goodness. So
I feel like
I'm
I
gonna
might
go
not
with
get any more points.
57. Oh, that might be a little high.
I wrote down 57. Are you cheating?
No, I didn't see it.
All right, I'm not going to go with 57. I'll go 55.
He is 54. So you guys each get a point on that one.
Oh, thank goodness.
It is neck and neck going into
No, it's 3 and 2, bud.
Well, it's still neck and neck. It's close to tied up. But,
I have to hope I do math at the same time for the best.
so we got David Copperfield, the magician.
This is not a current photo, is it?
It's current-ish. It was hard to find a 2022 photo of him. Apparently, he doesn't do much press nowadays.
So that helps. I think he's older then. Go ahead, go first. What do you
I
have
have
there?
no idea.
He's a bit grayer.
Let's go 63.
I will go 67.
This is for all the marbles.
He is 66. So
Oh,
Diana, you win by 1.
All
No,
right.
wait, I get a point there. She doesn't.
Wait, shoot, 63? And he's 66. That's 3 points.
And I guess 67.
Yeah, so you guys each get a point.
So we each get a point.
Who can't
yes.
do math now, Jaron?
Apparently it is me. Congratulations.
Good game.
Yes, good game. Oh, no, you get the trophy.
Yes.
Just what you needed. Thank you for joining today. This has been fun.
Super fun. Yes. Thanks for having me.
We will do it again. Hey, some upcoming guests include next week, Carrie Ann from the library is our guest on Monday. Mikkel Anding Rank will be our guest on Wednesday to talk about her new practice in town. I'll be gone on Friday. Do we have a host lined up?
What are you doing next Friday?
You can arm wrestle with Todd. And,
Well, Todd's going to guest host the 20th.
I don't want to take anything away from Todd.
next
so.
Wednesday.
yeah, he was mouthy to you at the restaurant, wasn't he?
Yep.
But
You're not our third choice. Don't listen. You're not our third choice.
I might think about it if Washington Demon apparel is acceptable on Friday, like a hooded sweatshirt.
homecoming. Yeah, it's homecoming weekend.
Yeah.
So, well, we are having fun here at Washington Live. We hope you are too. If you haven't done so, hey, hit that like. What are the millennials? Smash the like and follow.
Smash the like and subscribe button or whatever.
Should have said that at the beginning. But thank you for joining us on this episode of Washington Live. Thanks to Diana. Thank you, Nick. We'll see you next week.